Hello and welcome to 5-Minute Math. Today we are looking at the 4th grade concept of lines of symmetry. This is standard 4.6b in the great state of Texas, and we are using item number 1 off the 2021 released STAAR test. If you have not done so already, please go ahead and take a moment to pause the video, work this problem out on your own, unpause it, and then we will look at our answers together. So we have a drawing here, and it looks like we've got an octagon because we've got 8 different sides. And 3 of the lines, there's 4 lines altogether, 3 of the lines are lines of symmetry, and one of them does not appear to be a line of symmetry for this figure. We need to find the one that is not that line of symmetry. So that begs the question, what is a line of symmetry? That's kind of the big part of this question. It's not defined for us anywhere on our answer document or our formula charts. We need to just know what this is. So a line of symmetry, first off, it's an imaginary line. So what they're drawing here on top of this octagon, these are just imaginary lines. They drew them for you so you can see them, but they don't exist within shapes typically. And it does something special. It bisects a figure. So that term, bisect, is one that is going to be very important as you get older. You might not be super familiar with it. You see this word, this prefix bi in the front, like bicycle. So that means it two. What that means is it cuts a shape exactly in half. So that's what bisecting means. You take, for example, let me draw a obtuse triangle right here. If I were to take an imaginary line and draw it right down here in the middle, you see that is a line of symmetry because I cut this triangle in half. This side right here, if I were to fold it over, would match up perfectly with this side. If I were to try something like this across, that would not be a line of symmetry. That vertical line is that only line of symmetry. So let's start with those two because those are your common lines of symmetry. Vertical and horizontal. That's when we're looking at lines of symmetry, that's typically where we start. So vertical is straight up and straight down. That's why when we're talking about someone jumping in basketball, we'll measure their vertical. That means that's how high they can jump. So this W right here, this is your vertical line of symmetry. And as you see, they've got it right down the middle. So you imagine that you've got this half right here. You could fold it over, and it would match up perfectly with that half. So that is a line of symmetry. So W is a line of symmetry, which means it's not going to be our answer because we're looking for the one that is not the line of symmetry. The other one that is very common is horizontal. Side to side, you see this word horizon in there, and horizon is that off in the distance where the sky appears to touch the earth and it's flat. So this Y right here, this is our horizontal line of symmetry. And as you can see, it is also a good line of symmetry. You can take this entire top half right here, and you can fold it down, and it would match the bottom half perfectly. So Y is good, which means we don't want it, because we are looking for the one that is not the line of symmetry. So we are stuck with 2 different kind of diagonals. So let's take a look at this Z. This Z is a diagonal, a little bit strange, but it goes right through these vertices right here. And you can definitely see how this side right here, if you fold it kind of diagonal down, would match perfectly with that bottom side. So Z is actually good. That leaves us with X. Look at X. You've got a really big part right down here. That's the big part. And it doesn't match up perfectly with this little part. This little part that's left over, those are not equal parts. So X is the answer. It is not a line of symmetry.